Happy Sunday, everybody. We have a lot to talk about, so grab a beverage. Hopefully, you're wearing something comfy. Smash that like, and let's get this Sunday party started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture Joleen Lunzer here for another No Offense, All Offense, where we talk about trending topics, pop culture news, reality shows, things we love to hate, things we hate to love. Make sure you smash that like. It's a free way to support the channel, and it is so appreciated. Let the people know that we are over here and we're talking about some stuff. We take a comedic look, we roast, we recap, we have some fun. And just remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion. You are welcome to sound off in our live chat or our comment section, and we can just calmly and respectfully agree to disagree, like the very calm Real Housewife of Orange County, Tamra Judge.
That's my opinion!
It's just my opinion. Now, remember, everything I say today is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
So I hope you are all having a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. And we're just going to talk about a myriad of things today. Okay. First things first, Erika Jayne. Last video on Friday, we talked about Erika and that she is going to be back in court. You know, the Tom Girardi of it all. It's not over. Like our favorite Frog Pond band friends say, it definitely is not over for Erika Jayne. So shout out to Bravo. Make sure you guys, if you can't see what I'm sharing, just let me know, but you should be able to see it. Bravo Snarkside on Instagram had Ronald Richards, Erika Jayne's best friend. No, not really. Says Erika Girardi is facing a default in Marco Morante's Florida case. He is the other founder of Marco Marco. Now, if you watched the documentary, The Hustler and the Housewife, is that what it was? About Erika and Tom Girardi and how he, defrauded most of his clients. And Erika, according to people in this documentary and the designers, Marco Marco, she tried to take them down using the Secret Service. Like, it was a mess, which makes it impossible for me now to be entertained or like Erika, knowing everything I know. It's like I can't put this information away and pretend. You know, I tried with this season of Beverly Hills, but I'm like, this lady's awful, allegedly. Okay. According to me. So Ronald Richards she's facing a default in Marco Marco's Florida case. He is the other founder of Marco Marco. Christopher Celia is suing her in California. This arises out of the failed Secret Service case against Christopher. All right. Her widely reported benefactor, attorney Jim Wilkes, and we saw him before. I think we saw him coming about not this past season, but the season before the season came out. The ladies were in Vegas, and there was this elderly man, because, Erika Jayne loves the elderly. And I mean, loves, allegedly. No, she does. Look at her ex-husband. And everyone was like, oh my God, that's Erika Jayne's new man. Turns out it was this gentleman, Jim Wilkes, and he was a former friend of both Erika and Tom Girardi, but I guess chose Team Erika, and he has been a huge benefactor for her, allegedly, obviously. And so her widely reported benefactor, attorney Jim Wilkes, is representing her and her employees/agents personally. He didn't file his motion to dismiss correctly, apparently, and failed to show up for the case management conference. The court struck the motion and is allowing a default to be taken. So Erika Jayne is in hot water and is on the verge of losing this lawsuit. I think they said this was maybe like a $24 million lawsuit too. Evan Borges, her LA attorney, was not paid for this one. in my opinion, he says, to save money as Jim is licensed in Florida. So she's like, I can, utilize Jim maybe. Can't wait to see what the plaintiff does here. Oh, this will be very interesting. So as you can see, Bravo Snarkside also posted the court document for this. So it says in the circuit court of the 11th Judicial Circuit in and for Miami-Dade County. It's case, they have the case number, they have the section, they have the judge, Daryl. Judge Daryl's going to be overseeing this. He's going to be like, Daryl, my other brother Daryl. Okay, if you're an old head like me, then you know the reference to this is my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. And it's Marco Morante versus Erika Jayne et al. This says amended order striking defendants' combined motion to dismiss Marco Morante's complaint for lack of personal jurisdiction. This cause came before the court for hearing on March 20th, 2025. And the court, for the reasons stated below, and in open court and being otherwise duly advised in the premises, finds, number one, defendants' combined motion to dismiss Marco Morante's complaint for lack of personal jurisdiction is stricken. It has been struck. On August 9th, 2024, plaintiff Marco Morante filed a complaint against Erika Jayne, aka Erika Jayne. It's expensive to be mad. Leah, whatever. This other lady, and Michael Minden. On November 22nd, 2024, the defendants filed a combined motion to dismiss Marco Morante's complaint for lack of personal jurisdiction. Defendants did not take any action to set or attempt to set the combined motion to dismiss for hearing. On February 10th, 2025, plaintiff filed a motion for case management conference. The motion for case management conference stated that the plaintiff attempted for months to schedule a hearing on defendants' combined motion, but that defendants refused to schedule the combined motion to dismiss for hearing or to participate in discovery while let's keep it going. While the motion was pending. The email correspondence attached as Exhibit A to the motion for the case management conference supports the plaintiff's position. So Erika is the defendant. Not looking good. Now, how's Erika doing? Not well, bitch. So on March 11th, 2025, the court held a case management conference at which counsel for all parties was present. After hearing argument of counsel, the court directed the parties to attend a case management conference, which would have been 10 days ago on March 20th, 2025, to discuss, among other things, the scheduling of the hearing on the combined motion to dismiss. Plaintiff filed and served the notice of hearing for the case management conference to be heard. Was that to be? I don't know if it's to be heard. It's a little blurry. On March 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. On March 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m., counsel for plaintiff appeared at the scheduled case management conference. Counsel for defendants did not appear. So Erika's counsel, Jim, did Jim forget? What's going on, Jim? Oh, Lordy. So according to the court, accordingly, the court finds the defendants have abandoned their combined motion to dismiss, which is therefore stricken. So you don't show up, it's stricken. It has been struck. The court will entertain a motion for default by the plaintiff. And at the end, it writes, done and ordered in chambers in Miami-Dade County, Florida, on this 21st day of March, 2025. So if that's the case, you guys, Erika, that's not good. That's not good for Erika. And I am so excited to see Marco getting some justice if this works out for them. Let me see. I think it said that the amount, was like in the millions lawsuit. Okay, let's look at that. Okay, the Marco designer says the defendants leveraged their connections, including an American Express employee, to get $800,000 to $900,000 in charges reversed by falsely claiming they were fraudulent without doing due diligence. And I know this is all in The Hustler and the Housewife. And when I saw what Erika allegedly did to these gentlemen who were her friends and designers, and how she did them so dirty, a very Tom Girardi move, I was like, oh no. I mean, they took this man into custody. It was bad. And these two men, one in particular, I believe Christopher in particular, got the worst of it. And it was just horrible. And we talked about this like probably like a year ago now. Yeah. Because we looked into what they talked about in The Hustler and the Housewife, and also what they talked about in the Los Angeles Times. And it was just really sad. And again, we talked about this yesterday. Tom Girardi had so much influence within the judicial system, with the police, with anyone in the area where they lived, you know, in Beverly Hills and in like Brentwood and all those areas in LA in general, to where Erika would have been able to get away with something like this, unfortunately, and really screw these guys over. So they were, you know, accusing her of weaponizing the Secret Service to maliciously prosecute this a designer from Marco Christopher in 2017. So Marco lawsuit, Erika Jayne, and we'll do the 2025 on it because we don't want no 2024 information. Okay, let's pull up Reality Blurb here. So Reality Blurb, this is just yesterday, and we were talking about this Friday too, says that, you know, they're reporting that she's facing this default judgment in the lawsuit by costume designer after her attorney's alleged clerical mistake. So not showing up, not filing it correctly. Just days after it was reported that the 53-year-old Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star would be headed to trial to face off against her estranged husband, Tom Girardi's bankruptcy trustee. Oh, this was a different one. Oh man, Erika's getting hit on all fronts. So she's also headed to court to go up against Tom Girardi's bankruptcy trustee, who sued her. Here's where the $24 million comes in, for $24 million amid Thomas Girardi's fraud crimes against his former clients. Attorney Ronald Richards, like we saw, shared an update on another case about her, and this is the Marco case, mainly Marco Morante, and is facing default in Florida, and that's the Miami-Dade County, which we just read. So he's the other founder, and also to his friend, his partner, Christopher, is suing her in California. So this arises out of the failed Secret Service case against Christopher, Ronald wrote on Twitter. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans may recall, Christopher accused Erika of extortion and plotting to ruin his career, claiming she falsely accused him of making around $800,000 in unauthorized charges to her American Express. So rather than just allegedly tell Tom or pay what she owes, she was like, no, they stole money from me. They took money. I did not authorize this. And suggesting that, oh my goodness, that he used, and he's suggesting that Erika used and Tom Girardi, their legal connections, to take action against him. So according to Ronald, attorney Jim Wilkes, who is representing Erika and those who work with her, allegedly made a clerical mistake pertaining to the Marcos case. So he didn't file his motion to dismiss correctly, and he failed to show up for their case management conference. So like we just read from the Bravo Snark side, Reality Blurb is basically reporting the same thing. So Erika, you better find some earrings to sell. You better do something. Oh my goodness. Evelyn, thank you for the first super chat alive. Evelyn says, Jolene, did you see Ronald Richards' tweet from an hour ago? Erika's legal situation seems to be going off the rails. Is it new? Is it newer than the one that we just talked about? Let me double check. Let me check his Twitter real quick. Thank you for the heads up. But we know no love lost between Ronald Richards and Erika Jayne. Okay, I'm checking out his Twitter right now, you guys, and it's okay. So an hour ago, sure. Okay, let me share this tab and we'll check out his tweets. And it's Twitter because it'll never be X to me. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I'll never give in. I'll never let go, Jack, and I'll never give in. Okay, come here, Ronnie. Where'd you go? Where did you go, Ronnie? There he is. All right, let's see what he has to say. Thank you, Evelyn, for the heads up. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying you love my shirt, Witness. All right, so Ronald Richards tweeted an hour ago, Erika Girardi appears objectively to be having money problems. Finally, it looks like the legal fee gravy train is running dry. We base this on the following. Erika Girardi did not file a reply brief for her appeal of the denial of her motion to dismiss the Christopher complaint in the Ninth Circuit. This never happens. Second, as reported earlier, she is facing an imminent default in Florida with the Marco to the Marco, with the second Marco. An extension was granted for her to reply brief, as you see below, but then Evan Borges never filed one. We reached out to her attorney to ask him if there was anything going on other than the obvious reason he is not being paid. Erika Jayne, the response was crickets. Ooh. The multiple legal actions and the price tag have now caught up with her. The lawsuit benefactor, well, looks like it is becoming dry. So Jim is just like, I'm not showing up anymore. The well has run dry. His wife was playing him a Boys to Men. Let's go into the water. It's dry. No, we might watch our lives pass us by. We might watch. Okay. Because allegedly this Jim guy was married, her benefactor. And if that was my husband, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I am taking your wallet away. You're very irresponsible. You're giving this to who? What woman? Where? What? Why? How? Have her pay her own way. Have her contact her felon husband, allegedly. Okay. So, not good. Order filed, the motion, docket entry number 30, for an extension of time to file the reply brief is granted. The optional reply brief is due February 18th. That's February 18th. That doesn't make any sense, but maybe that's when it was. To facilitate timely submissions of cases for decision, no further motions for extensions of time to file the reply. This is like all this. Either way, it looks like Erika may be fudged. It looks like she might be fudged, you guys. And there she is, just drinking a Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the real thing. Can't pay your legal bills. Stop ripping off designers. And we talked about another case it's not technically a case, it's an accusation, I should say, from a designer who said Erika reached out to her to make, remember that jacket that goes like this, that has the one pointy shoulder, and they came up with the design, only to find out that Erika went and took that design, allegedly, and gave it to a cheaper, like the Temu version, and had it made. And they were like, ugh, and she destroyed it because she put part of the pointy shoulder underneath a collar, and we would not have done that. And that is disgusting. So Erika is just like, she's like, honey, I don't give a fuck, okay? I owe some people some money. Honey, I was just talking about how Garcelle's got a beach house in fucking Bakersfield trying to make fun of her, but bitch, I own nothing. Pretty soon they're going to take my veneers, honey. What? Can I sell my implants? Ironic, strange, karmic, maybe, if you will, if you think of it that way, that she just literally was talking shit on Garcelle and making fun of the second home Garcelle owns, which is a beach house, and saying it's in Bakersfield. And really, I think it's in Ventura. And we all know, if you live in California or know geography, which I live in California, I'm not great at geography, we know Bakersfield is very far from the ocean. So after she's already ripping on a woman who doesn't rip off people, so she's trying to make fun of Garcelle owning a beach house after already owning a permanent resident while she's renting and allegedly, ripping people off. It's just like, oh, make it make sense, Erika. Make it make sense. Not Paid by Anyone says, do you know why they never aired the scene where Erika kissed Garcelle from the trailer? I don't know. Interesting. Maybe that show has enough queer baiting, allegedly. People, accusing Kyle of queer baiting. They're like, oh, we shouldn't add this. We shouldn't add this. Yes, I know. Design says poor woman had to redesign her casita this season. She was like, come to my casita. Was it Gina who lived in a casita temporarily? But Gina was very open about it, and she didn't rip on Gina from Orange County, and she didn't rip on other women and where they lived. She was just like, I can't wait to get a house. And Erica's like, honey, why don't you put some peel and stick wallpaper from Target like that bitch on YouTube Joleen did? It'll look great. And that's what we waited for. I was like, okay. Where's the 24 million, Erika? Max says Erika learned from the best con man. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. I mean, yeah, it really looks that way because, we know that Erika learned quite a bit, and she's been very open to like, I learned a lot, honey, from being married to Tom Girardi. And when she's even when she's drunk at dinners, she'll like say stuff. We're like, damn, Erika, you know that? She's not a dumb lady. She's a smart lady. And she, was like, being married to Tom and talking to a lot of people, I picked up some shit. But unfortunately, she used, allegedly, this information for nefarious reasons where she could have done great things. She seems to be very bright. That's the thing with people like Erika Jayne. It's so frustrating because she has the ability to not be not even a TV villain, but like a human villain. She has the ability to not rip people off. And instead, she would rather just continue down this get rich or die trying path or something. I don't know. She does think she's a little 50 cents, a little bit. But it's crazy. Hi, Romel. Good to see you. Yes, Gina in her casita with her 6 kids. She was like, welcome to my casita. Welcome, 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 welcome. So I was like, okay, I am ready to see Erika get some kind of, after everything that came out during, when Tom Girardi was exposed, and for us to just believe that she knew nothing, did nothing, and the way she acted, it's like we need a little bit of justice. If you talk to Erika, she'll be like, oh my God, honey, I suffered. It's like, no, you didn't. People asked you questions and tried to hold you, responsible and wanted some accountability. And you were like, I don't give a fuck about anyone else but me. Okay. You just drank and did Lexapro and accosted a 14-year-old child of Garcelle's. So I don't really know where. You still got your job. You still were able to go on tour and do Broadway. So you were just mad because people found out that you and your husband are allegedly scammers. Obviously, allegedly. Naomi says you can take the girl out of Shakers, but you can't take the Shakers out of the girl. Erika thinks she's like Tony Soprano level. Okay. Speaking of delusion, of the delusional people, Lala, okay, blocked by Sheena on Instagram, got a little clip of Lala. She's still doing her Amazon lives, selling her shit, going, hey, who wants to buy some stuff? I love this stuff. And apparently she's still hating on Katie and Ariana, or trying to. So let's listen to what good old Lala, Lauren from Utah, has to say here. And shout out to Blocked by Sheena. I like there's a Blocked by Jax and a Blocked by Sheena on Instagram.
I'll hang out with from VPR. I hang out with Brock and Sheena. I talk to Tom Schwartz. Sandoval has reached out just like with questions that I quickly answer, but I've had communication with him in whatever capacity. And that's really all. Who else was on the show? Allie, I haven't spoken to her in a minute, but she's kind of someone who I just pick up where I left off. She's one of the people who, even though she doesn't have kids, she understands that life changes when you have kids. So friendships at this stage of my life, we have to be able to pick up where we left off, because people have children, husbands, they go on to have careers that don't allow you to see them as much. So if you're the type of friend who needs constant communication to feel close to someone, who do you still hang out with from VPR? I hang out with Brock and Sheena. I talk to Tom Schwartz. Sandoval has reached out just like with questions that I quickly answer, but I've had communication with him in whatever capacity. And that's really all. Who else was on the show?
Girl.
Allie, I haven't spoken to her in a minute, but she's kind of someone who I just pick up where I left off. She's one of the people who, even though she doesn't have kids, she understands that life changes when you have kids. So friendships at this stage of my life, we have to be able to pick up where we left off, because people have children, husbands, they go on to have careers that don't allow you to see them as much. So if you're the type of friend who needs constant communication to feel close to someone, who do you still hang out with from VPR?
Lala, with that, you guys picked that up where she was like, who else was on the show? You named Sandoval, Sheena, I think, Schwartz, and Allie. You missed the two most relevant people, Katie and Ariana.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Just like, girl, why are you still so mad? And yes, we know you're a mother. We know you're a mother. And if you can't understand that I'm a mother, bitch, no, we can't hang out all the time. Lauren is just, every time I'm like, maybe Lauren will get better. Maybe she'll get better. Maybe we can cheer for Lauren Lala again. She's like, no, bitch. Who was on the show again? They were on the show before you were on the show. And you're talking to Sandoval. She's like, in whatever capacity. Well, what capacity is it? And mark my words, she will be hooking up with Schwartz. That will be happening. If this doesn't get her on the Valley, whatever she did yelling at weirdo Jesse for Michelle, or like pretending she's like a girl's girl, she'll be banging Schwartz. Allegedly. They have this. She's made the joke. She thinks he's hot. Yeah, Lala snore. Thank you, Christina, for the super chat. Christina says, haven't heard you say, and Lala in ages, and I needs it. Yes. I mean, I would argue Rachel Raquel is doing more to move on with her life. She's doing like sound baths and living in Tucson and trying to do some healing shit. I mean, she is still including Ariana in that lawsuit, which she should only include Tom in my opinion, but she's kind of doing more than Lala and Lala. Oh my gosh, right? So 2008. This is 2008. It's like, girl, goodbye. It's like, oh, you're the mother of 2 daughters and you're this freaking petty. Come on, bro. Okay. Let me see. What's the next thing we want to talk about here? Let me pull it up. It's just la. Ooh. Oh, you guys, I watched. Okay, so we talked about the Jax interview he did with Us Weekly. And I read it. I read the interview out, and it was hard to read all that because it was just like he was jaxing. Jax was jaxing and just lying. There's video, and I know after I was done reading it, I said, oh, there's video. I can't watch that. Well, I saw some clips on Instagram. The video was so much worse than when I read it. And I already thought it was trash. The video of him in this interview, it's worse than even the Alex Baskin-Robbins interview. Let me see if I can pull up a couple clips of it here. I was just like, no, Jax. I mean, I think me reading it made it sound nicer because he is hell-bent on blaming Britney, on being a dick, on being a complete narcissist, on lying, all the things. Okay. Let's see if they have some good clips. It just the way it's bad. It's really bad. It's so bad, you guys. It's too bad. All right, here's one clip. Let's see if this one's good. Okay. Oh, it's like any of these publications not questioning him on the fact that Brittany has come forward, Kristen's come forward. We know watching him that they're saying none of this shit he's saying is true. So let's listen to this one. Give me a thumbs up in the chat as soon as you can hear the audio, you guys.
There was no infidelity at all. There was none of that. It was just we were not getting along anymore. That's the best way to put it. We just were butting heads. I think we were just, I think where it all started was COVID. Okay. This is what I lost my job. Okay. We had a lot of COVID happened. I lost my job. My Brittany was pregnant. There was a lot going on. And as a man, I'm like, holy shit. Like, I was like, how are we going to live? Where's our finances? I got a baby on. And I was just so angry at the fact that how I exited Vanderbilt. And I was like, okay, this is over. And then I just took all my anger, frustration. Started. COVID is where it started. And then I just think that it never really came back. We would both argue. We just were not getting along. We were not clicking. We became roommates. There was no attraction anymore. And I felt bad. I did feel bad. Like, because like Brittany's young, she, needs to be somebody that's going to love her. And that's what I said. Like, as much as she drives me crazy, she deserves to be loved. And I'm not that person that can give it to her, unfortunately. But she's a great mother, like I said, and she's going to be in my life for the rest of our lives. And I will always be there for her. That's why I moved a mile down the road, because she can call me at any time. I will always be there. You can call me every name in the book, but if you need something, I'll be there. I got that. I told Brittany, I go, listen, she knows that there's been a girl at the house. I would just say, hey, that was from a girl that left in the house. It was a brand new pair. There was a tag on it. It was we did these bar crawls, okay? And girls sometimes leave us with things, and that's what that was. And it was I had a little bag. And she made it more. She's like, there was a wet wipe on it. It was not like that at all. It was less, again, her creating her own narrative. I would own it. I would say it. I'd be like, yeah, I had a girl at the house, because I did have a girl at the house. What am I hiding? I was hooking up with girls during then. So what is the difference if there's underwear there or not? Why would I lie about something like that when I've already been having relations with other girls? What's the difference?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, it was a girl. She left it here. Dating life is non-existent right now. It's not a priority. My son is my priority. Do I want to date again? I don't know. I don't think I'm.
He says that while his wife, his soon-to-be ex-wife, is like, no, he's not making his son a priority. He wouldn't even, get sober, go to rehab for his son. It wasn't until I had to contact Bravo and the producers and threaten him that he wasn't going to be on the reality show anymore. That he was like, fine, I'll do like 17 days, whatever.
Mentally there yet. I'm.
And the fact that you're not dating, you're just banging everybody and sending allegedly really weird, lewd, whatever messages to women that they're then forwarding to Brittany, your still wife. I mean, even though they're separated and heading towards divorce, all these women, according to Brittany, are sending her messages about all the gross stuff you're sending them. And we don't have any more clarity, but she just said the messages are really gross. So I gotta fix me. I'm not saying, oh, holy cow, 100 days, I'm great. I got a lot of work to do, a lot, and I gotta fix my brain. How long, you guys, is he gonna say that? Like, literally, does he plan to live to like 200? Does he plan to live another 100 years? Because he's like 100 years old already. Every season of Vanderpump Rules, even the first season of The Valley, I got a lot of work to do. When do you start, and how much? Because life is not long enough on whatever path he's on. Whatever his healing and wellness path is, it's taking forever, like the Sandlot.
And I need to be good for myself and my son before
He really needs to stop exploiting his son.
I can be good for anybody else. And I am a father. So,
No, you've only mentioned it 500 fucking times.
That's going to take time too. Even when I'm ready to date, who the hell am I going to date that's going to be around my son?
Oh my God. My son. He's as bad as Lala. I'm a mother. My son.
I'm really protective of him. And Brittany and I
Are you? Because I'm pretty sure Brittany told us you drunk drove with him in the car and verbally accosted her and abused her. But okay, cool.
Set up rules with that. We're like, we need to meet the other person's, there's got to be 6 months at least of dating this person. I need to meet the guy. She needs to meet the girl. That's the right way to do it, in my opinion. But no, I am nowhere near today.
Why does he look like a lion? What happened? What kind of plastic surgery? He's getting the plastic surgery that the rich older ladies get in LA where they all look like lions. You know what I'm talking about? He literally is, yeah. He's looking like the Lion King over there. It's kind of, stop.
Okay, let me make it very clear. Today, I am nowhere near dating. I don't want to say ever, but today.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. All right, let me see if there's any other, because I know there was more clips, and he was just still, just the way he even, goes after Brittany and pretends to be like, no, I love her. She's great. She's the mother of my child. And you're like, but you talk so like he says the things he thinks he needs to say, but he doesn't mean any of those things. What he really means is every time he throws Brittany under the bus, brings her up, that it's her fault. All of his like bottoms, all of his rock bottoms, I should say, all of his bottoming, no, all of his rock bottoms and everything he always blames it on a woman. It's always Brittany's fault. Now, a lot of people he'll make it seem like other people are saying this to him. Like a lot of people have been upset that Brittany, didn't make me go to therapy or didn't support me as much as she could once I said I had a cocaine problem. And we're like, what? Nobody is saying that. Literally, no one is saying that. But Jax is trying to put out his own propaganda. He thinks he's smart enough, but the problem is he's not. He's dumb. And so we pick up on it because we're not idiots. And a lot of us women have met people like him before. So we're like, oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay. So here's where, let's do this one. Breaks down a typical day in rehab. Oh, this should be fun. All right. Remember when he did like a minute of rehab allegedly, and then he was like, and the other people asked me to be their mentor, and I'm like, that didn't happen. And that just shows like what a crazy narcissist you are, that you think being in rehab for like a second that you have the qualifications to help anyone, or that anyone would ask you to help. Please, sir, please. It's his way of setting himself apart from the people in rehab. Like, I'm different, I don't need it, and putting himself on this pedestal. All right, this is Jax Taylor breaks down a typical day in rehab. Well, first I quit, then I look at my phone, then I angrily jack off, then I go to meetings and I blame Brittany for everything. Then I comb my hair, I check my 5th nose job, and I see if I can score some coke. And that's rehab.
The place was really, really nice, fully catered. The therapists there are amazing. So I would
What kind of rehab is this dude going? Fully catered. That's the number one thing. The first thing you talk about your rehab is fully catered. Fully catering to my narcissism, catering to my diet.
get up in the morning. I would have my breakfast.
Catered.
I would do yoga outside.
Can you see him like angrily doing yoga, like tree pose and just like shaking and like, fucking Brittany, I want some coke.
Then I would come in. I'd have my first session would be another hour. It would be an hour. Then I would have another session. Would be another hour.
Oh God, I think that he's just talking about masturbating. He would have a session with himself for an hour, and another session, a shower session with himself.
Then I have a snack or something to eat.
Not a snack.
Lunch or whatever. Then we go back into another session. Then I would meet a doctor. Then around 3:00, I would go to the gym. I'd have to have a nurse follow me to the gym,
And I'd ask for a hot one. I'd be like, pump, pump. And I would lift as much as I could until it felt like my bottom was going to fall out. My butthole.
embarrassing. And
oh yeah, I remember that. It was so fucking embarrassing. He was embarrassed having a nurse go with him to the gym. So fucking embarrassing. Sir, you are an embarrassment. Like, you just existing is really embarrassing.
then we go back into another session. Then I would meet a doctor. Then around 3:00, I would go to the gym. I'd have to have a nurse follow me to the gym, which is embarrassing.
for her. I'm sure she was like, "Ugh, normally this isn't my job. Normally I am not surrounded by human herpes. Okay, not just today, allegedly."
And like literally walk around the gym with me while I was working out, which is just like I'm not banging my head against walls in a straitjacket. Can you just let me work out?
We are every time we have to hear you talk.
So I did that. Then I would come back, take a shower, go to therapy again, go meet the doctors, make sure my medication was working.
What was the medication?
Go have dinner, watch a movie.
Wow, wow, has Jax suffered? Oh, this poor man.
And then I would stay in my room most of the time.
To jack off.
I had my own room.
To jack off.
And I would just
Jack off.
just watch TV, read
Read books that I could jack off to that had pictures.
books.
What book? Put it in the chat. What book do you think Jax read in rehab? Hustler. You're like, what did he read? Because come on, bro, you ain't reading. Yeah, he's boasting. This is like we are narc slaying today, you guys. Getting this narcissist. Like he is bragging. And then also putting himself back on a pedestal, like, "Oh, I don't need to be followed around. I'm not like going off the walls in a straitjacket. Jax, you did not read a book. You do not know how to read. This man is illiterate, allegedly. This man is very illiterate. Dr. Seuss. He was like, I like green eggs and ham. Yes, I am. Sam, I am. Well, who's Sam? And if he has some ham, why doesn't he slam his ham? And then he just reads the word ham and he starts slamming his ham. Hop on pop. And he's like, I'm a father. Hop on this pop. You know what I'm saying? It's constant dick jokery.
Which, yeah, that was basically my day. And that was every single day. So
wow.
Monday through Sunday.
You guys, this is fucking the times, the pain, what Jax had to go through. Catering, movies, jacking off, your own room, snacks. No one has struggled like Jax Taylor has struggled. So this season, when anyone tries to hold him accountable, you say, Jax Taylor had to go away to a really nice place where he could do yoga, have snacks, have food catered. He has suffered. He could only masturbate like 5 times a day. And there was this nurse around him trying to help him in case he would seize out because he wasn't have his cocaine. He's really struggled, you guys, really.
We would no days off. So therapy.
No days off. No days to get drunk at your back alley bar and do cocaine.
Hard therapy. Yeah.
What's hard therapy? Because I've been to therapy. I've been to outpatient. I've been to regular therapy. Like what's hard? Like hard. It was hard because he wanted to bang his therapist. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. Like the men's damn warehouse. Okay. I guarantee it. That he was like, let's have sex. And she was like, Jax, that's inappropriate. And he couldn't control his hard on. Pamela, thank you for the super chat. Pamela says, Burt Reynolds called. He wants his 70s stash back. And Burt Reynolds was just as big of a prick as this guy. So that makes some sense. That makes some sense. Thank you, Kathleen. If you're talking to me, Kathleen, thank you. Thank you. If you're talking to someone else, thank you.
I have a very, very addicted personality.
No. You look like addiction, bro.
So when I stop one thing, I dive into another.
Those tattoos tell us everything we need to know.
Go full force in whatever I'm doing. So I decided to go the fitness route just because I enjoy it. Like I go to the gym and like I feel like that's my sanctuary. That's my therapy.
That for future toxic narcissistic men, you can't lift enough weights to take the pain away. Okay? Similar to like Midwestern boomer dads, you can't build enough shit to get out of going to therapy, to release your trauma. You got to do regular ass therapy. You can't, no, you can't, you're not going to push enough tires in a parking lot CrossFit to get those demons out of you, sir. You need therapy and an extra.
I love to lift weights. I love, looking at, I look up different fitness regimes and
jack off
and health regimes. And I'm really into it. I don't
jacking off.
Know what it is. I've actually,
Ooh, novel idea. A guy in LA, a actor who was once a model, wanted to be an actor, is on TV, is into working out. What? And I love how he's like, I just don't know what it is. Like that's what all the ones like you do. You all do that.
You can switch to my Instagram. I follow so much different other people now that as I post to,
Like women. Where he jacks off.
deleted a bunch of people really into fitness and health and different workouts and different eating routines. It's just really fun to me now. I'm really interested in it.
Jacking off.
And I'm just full force into it. And that between that and my podcasts.
Oh, not in the mind of a man. Oh, in the mind of a narcissistic man.
Mind of a man. I want to.
So really he's just doing these interviews to get ahead of the upcoming drama on the Valley and to promote his horrible podcast. Thank you, David Cushmore, for the super chat. David says, next Viking seasons, you need to get a Vikings jersey. I do. Get yourself a JJ McCarthy. The new, or the quarterback. Jersey number 9. Watch all the games. Put on the jersey. David is like, you need to do it. Watch all games. Put on jersey. Yes. I'm just waiting to hear that we are not signing Aaron Rodgers, and then all will be right in the world. Because I'm like, 2025 has already done enough damage. Okay. I don't want them to give us Aaron Rodgers and take my happy Minnesota Vikings time away. So every day I ask my husband, did we sign Aaron Rodgers? Please say we didn't. So knock on all the wood for us, you guys.
I mean, if people know me, they know what, I don't know if I can say this, but I don't know, the young kids call it fuck boy or whatever. I know it's a terrible thing to say.
You're a fuck elderly man. Okay. You're a fuck oldie. You're not a fuck boy. The boy years left you long ago. You are very old, allegedly. Time to grow up. Because, the tattoos he has, they scream born in the 70s. No offense to those born in the 70s. I was born in 1980. But, sir, you're not a boy. I'm not a boy. You're also not a man. You're just fucking old. You got old balls.
There's a lot of new millennial terms that I'm not familiar with.
New millennial terms? What are you talking about? Millennials are now 40 fucking years old. Like, this guy is so stupid. Like, he's so dumb. I can't even with this abusive, narcissistic idiot. These new millennial terms. Millennials, literally, my husband's a millennial. I'm technically a zennial in between Gen X and millennial, but like new millennials have lives and homes and families. What are you talking about? Oh my God.
I'm 45 years old and I'm learning stuff every day. But I guess if you've seen me over the years on Vanderpump, you can tell I was such a playboy.
Was, again, boy. No, a play elderly man. You and Tom Girardi were the forefathers of fuckery.
Kind of person, right? And there was millions and millions of red flags. I'm basically a walking red flag. So I thought, okay,
You're a walking plan B, sir.
Kind of revamping my life a little bit.
You're not. You're lifting weights and you're still angry. You still hate women and you're still very narcissistic, but cool story, bro.
Taking the sober route and being healthy.
Raise your hand if you think Jax Taylor sober. He's not.
In this, why can't I share the things to
look forward to, like jacking off?
Look out for when you're finding a guy.
You don't have to share anything. You just have to literally put your face on screen and say one word. You are what everyone should look out for. I love that he's like, I'm going to help you. That's literally like a hungry ass bear before hibernation's like, come here. No, I'm not going to eat you. Yeah, I know if I don't eat you, I'll die. Literally. Cause I got to get into hibernation. I'm going to tell you how to stay away from the hungry ass soon to be hibernating bears. Okay. And then he's like, you can't teach us nothing. You can't tell us about the serial killers because you are the serial killer, sir.
When you're dating a guy, when you're trying to, or a girl or whatever, whoever you're dating, doesn't matter. Just relationship advice from the ultimate red flag.
This is what happened.
Oh my God. Like, for real? He's gotten away with that for long enough where it's like, yeah, Jax is a total psychopath, scary idiot. He's abusive. It's hilarious. He mustn't get away with it anymore. No, sir, no. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so let's listen to now. This is like such a mess. Now he's gonna talk about becoming a better Jax. Jackson off with Jax. He should just write a book about masturbating because I'm sure he has like so many stories about that. I feel like you need to go with what you know. And he's like, sometimes I do the stranger on my left, sometimes I do the stranger on my right, and then my left. I've gotten really flexible in yoga. I can use my feet, allegedly, sir. All right, let's check this. Oh, why isn't that one sharing? Boo. Well, maybe. Oh no. Okay. Let me just do it. Do it like no, like this, like these, like these. Oh, maybe I gotta go like this. There we go. Okay.
You know, if you know me, I'm the life of the party. I'm the leader of the group. I have a group chat of guys, all my friends.
Again, he's still trying to do the whole I'm number one guy in the group. Nobody likes you though. Literally. You're not the life of the party. Who told this guy that? Oh my God.
Friends, and I'm kind of like the head of it. I'm the one that controls the situation. I've always been the lead singer of the band. I'm always the lead singer. I'm the number one guy in the group, right? And I always have to be that way. If I go somewhere, I have to be the life of the party. I have to control the situation. I have to be large.
Ew. Yuck. Yes. That's a huge problem. I have to be in control. I got to white knuckle it. And I say, it's my party. And they're like, sir, there's a bunch of 20-year-olds here. You're scaring them. Which nursing home can we bring you back to, sir? I'm the life of the party.
Larger than life. So now I'm taking a back seat and I become now the guy who plays the triangle.
Delusions of grandeur. Not the guy who plays the triangle. I remember reading this yesterday. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
You know, the guy in the back who plays the violin. And I'm okay with that. It's hard.
The guy in the back who plays the violin. The violin's actually a really difficult instrument to play. What are you talking about? Who in the back is playing that? What in the bluegrass is he listening to?
Because I'm so used to being Jax Taylor, this alpha male who's large.
Oh, you guys, someone's got to tell the alpha males they ain't alpha in. All right, get this man, shoot him back into the manosphere, way out. There's no alpha, bro. You are. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're not an alpha male. You're just not. You're not. I don't know who lied to you, but you're lying.
You're lying. No, I'm not lying.
You're lying. You're lying. You're not an alpha male. Okay? You never did the hockey marketing. You've never scored, top titty 2x4.
So many heroes tonight for the home team. One of them is this guy right here, Big Jake Middleton. Physical, fast hockey game. What was it like watching that overtime?
Yeah, so much fun. Gus was unbelievable. Kirill stayed out there for 2 minutes. Brock had a 2-minute shift too. Everyone played unbelievable. Kirill, top titty 2x4 to end the game. That was nice.
Yeah, you've never done a top titty 2x4 to end the game. So you're not an alpha male.
Larger than life. But that guy doesn't exist anymore.
Thank God.
He can't exist anymore or he's going to die.
Oh, now we got the sad music. Or he's going to die. Dim, dim, da, dear, dear, rear, dear. But what happens if he's already dead inside? What happens then? Okay. Because he's already dead inside. Oh no, I lost the thing. Okay. Let me stop sharing it and find it again. My screen says, we're done here. We don't like this guy. We don't want to talk about him anymore. With the sad music. Are you kidding me, sir? Are you kidding me? He's really trying to get all the sympathy because whatever we're about to see in the valley is going to be so bad if they don't edit it out first. Because I feel like they were just getting like a temperature from the public of how bad we would react to seeing him drunk driving, verbally abusing Brittany, allegedly. So who knows if now they've went in and shown us even less of this because apparently there's this horrible incident. Okay. All right. I found it again. Let me grab this here, you guys. Smash that like if you haven't already. For alpha male Jax. Jax is alpha male. He's so alpha. He's so sigma. Okay. Like the kids would say, he's not sigma. Okay. He's not skibbity Ohio or whatever the fudge. What the millennials, the young millennials are saying. All right. Here you go. Keep going.
Can't exist anymore, or he's gonna die.
Gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. What are we?
The most rock bottom part is when we separated, when she left. So I don't know how many months that I was on that house. I don't know if you guys can tell me. I don't know. I was in my house by myself.
You don't know how long you were in. Can you guys tell me? What? 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 Yeah, Skibbity Ohio Riz. He's not any of those things.
For a good 3 to 4 months. And the fact that I'm still here after that physically is crazy, because I wasn't eating, I was drinking, and I was doing enough cocaine to kill a small horse.
Who hasn't? Oh my God.
So
again, what in the baby testicles is going on here? Just a small horse? We talked about this on Friday. Why not a big horse?
I was just depressed. I was so depressed. I just felt like I lost everything. So I was like, F it. I'm just going to drink. And, I was just sad. I was just really, really sad. I think about that sometimes. And I'm like, Jesus, I could probably buy a house for the amount of money I've spent on drugs.
I heard that him and allegedly could have been a former Survivor player. We're doing meet and greets in Canada. This is all alleged. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. What allegedly, who knows? And they were like in the back of these restaurants and bars and just, snorting up the whole place. It's like Coca-Cola Classic. And they were doing so many meet and greets, and everywhere they would go, allegedly, they couldn't get it up their nose fast enough. Allegedly. I don't know what I'm talking about. Could be jokes. We don't know. Who knows?
It's sickening to me. It's sad to me. It's
sickening. It's sickening that I can't do it anymore. I miss it so much. I miss the cocaine. I miss cocaine boners. Is that a thing? You know how there's like whiskey boners? Is there cocaine boners? And if so, what are those like?
It's because my parents did not raise this kind of person. This all took place when I left.
Your mom isn't even claiming you, bro. So I don't know.
Left home, and I became such a different person. And for me, in the beginning, it was when I was younger. Yeah, I loved the feel of it. It was getting high. Now, towards the end, I was doing it just to stay awake, because
haven't you heard of Red Bull?
it's like, we go out at night, and I'm like, I'm in bed by 9:30.
Like a good Monster or a good Celsius.
If I'm not doing something, like, I'm going to need something. I'm going to need a quick fix. Hey, who's got it? I need it.
Who's got it? I need it. He even went to the nose with it.
And I personally don't think I'm an alcoholic. I think.
Of course, you're not an alcoholic. Hell no. No way. Not at all.
They both go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. So I can't have a drink. If I have a drink, I'm looking for a bag of cocaine. So I had to quit both. I think my mental.
Which means he's going to try to drink again. Just mark my words, you guys. I know this. I've heard this person before. And then he's going to go, no, it was never alcohol. It was always cocaine. And now I've gotten to a place where I can have alcohol without cocaine.
Health issues definitely drove me to do drugs. Now, drugs and alcohol are never the problem for anybody. We're using this to mask our issues. Okay, so we're using this. I lost my father. I've gone through some.
You didn't lose him in the beginning of VPR, sir.
Crazy shit in my life where, I didn't want to think about it. I'm like, okay, let's just drink and let's mask it for 2 hours, because that's basically how long that drug lasts. And then you're paying for it for the next 48 hours of the come down. And that's the part that kills you, is that come down. But for those 2 hours, I'm okay.
Why does this, him describing this makes me want to dance? Sad boy problems with Jax Taylor. Look at me. My shirt on my arms are tight because I'm doing personal work, self-care.
And I'm not thinking about bills or finances or divorces or, my father's death or not talking to my mom.
Yes, we know why people use alcohol and drugs. We're not stupid.
These issues, right? And you're living in Hollywood and trying to, make sure people like you. And then you're coming across, the world has changed in the last 5 years. And the old Jax doesn't exist anymore. I have to
Oh, the old sweaty. Nope, still there. It's amazing. He kind of looked better when he was on cocaine. No offense, all offense. No offense, all offense. No offense, all offense. Just saying.
Vamp myself, to be somebody that's a little bit more acceptable. Yes, my mental health has struggled, but I'm working on it a lot right now. I go to therapy. I have an amazing therapist. I kind of continue on I went to a place called Psych Clarity for my rehab. So I'm continuing going there with my therapy. They have been absolutely amazing. And like I said, the gym, believe it or not, is a great place of therapy for me. I'm there 6 days a week, 2 hours. And
Oh my God, I feel so bad for that gym. Everyone there is like leaving in droves. Is it Crunch? It looks like it's the Crunch logo in the back. He's just at Crunch taking selfies. Like, are you actually working out or are you just there to take a picture of yourself?
it's just me
You're 60. Stop it.
in the iron. I just love to work out,
Me in the iron.
lift, and just research health and get into it. I love it. I will never, ever talk negatively about Brittany. I come from a place where you just don't talk about your significant other publicly.
Huh?
Um,
I'm sorry, what? All last season, you were like, she's drunk. She sucks. She pukes. What is she, 15, 14? She's an alcoholic. It's been happening forever. I hate her. She's too fat. We're not having sex. I'm sorry, what? There is a recording that James Kennedy, Lala had, I think, of you from when you cheated on her with Faith on Vanderpump Rules, you bad talking her. I'm sorry, what? Thank you, Christina, for the super chat. Yes, it's like, he's a party girl with a bad habit for drugs. But I love this, like, trying to rewrite him.
am I angry?
Never gonna talk bad about Brittany. That's all you do, and you do it well.
Never ever talk negatively about Brittany. I come from a place where you just don't talk about your significant other publicly. Am I angry with some of the things that she's done? Absolutely. Is there a lot of things out there that you guys don't know? Yes, there's a lot. It takes two to argue, okay?
Oh, it takes the blame game. Nobody in recovery talks like this. Nobody. When they're taking recovery seriously, nobody talks like this. And there's a lot of stuff you don't know about Brittany, like her tits. She hides drugs in her tits. Yep. And then she would hold them from me. One time she put my cocaine under her boob and she forgot and it melted. And I wasn't able to do my coke.
It takes two to fight. And I know a lot of my stuff is out there, and I know she's said a lot of things publicly about me. Is it deserved? Probably. Yeah. The things that she said to me that you guys have heard is hurtful. He
really thinks we're going to hate on Brittany for him over this. I don't care if she says, I had a dream, I buried him, and it was the best dream I ever had in my life. I don't care what she says about you. I'm still going to be, you go, Brittany. You go get yourself, go get your bag, go get your life. I'm never going to turn on any lady for you, sir. I'm not even a huge Brittany fan, but right now I'm like, Brittany. And I hope everybody feels like that. Like, cheer her on. And hopefully she just takes his ass to task and keeps calling out his bullshit and his lies. So hopefully this like cycle can stop where he doesn't treat women like this. Because fuck this guy. He really you think you're something still? You think you're still like 32-year-old Jax and you can do something? Nobody. Like Keith Sweat is talking to you. Who's going to stick up for Jax? Nobody. No. We've seen behind the curtain. We know what exists. We don't believe you. We don't like you. We don't like what you're doing. We don't like what you're still doing. You can't fool us, sir. But he really thinks that we're going to cheer for him over Brittany.
You know, if it was so bad all these years, why did you stay all these?
Did I read this yesterday? Or did I read this on Friday? Are you fucking kidding? Did this guy say this? Did you just say this? You fucking monster. You are such an abusive, narcissistic piece of shit. Are you really blaming your what? We know women don't leave right away. We know it's very difficult. Now, Brittany, in the beginning, we were all like, why are you with him? Sure. But now she's with you. She's got a kid, whatever. Things happen. Things are weird. Who knows what you said to her in the beginning, too? This dude just said that. Right? Every woman, I guarantee every woman in this motherfucking chat is going to be like, sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Huh? You talking about nothing? Peekaboo. He's telling you exactly who he is like this. But like, if it was so bad, why'd she stay? Because you're fucking terrifying? Because your finances are wrapped up together? Because you're a manipulative piece of shit? Because maybe she loved you, which I don't know, but that happens. I've loved some assholes too.
You know, if it was so bad all these years, why did you stay all these years? If it was so bad, why did you ask me to have another kid last year? If it was so bad 3 months prior, why did you ask me to have sex with you? Like if it was so, you know what I'm saying? This is the problem I have a hard time with. These three things. Okay, so I know
This is Jax. What were you wearing? Why did you wear those short shorts around me? If you didn't like me, we did. This is this kind of guy. Like this dude is garbage. You garbage. You scum. You scum, bro. You scum. You can't lift enough weights to get that fucking garbage out of you. You cannot do it, sir. You stink.
I angered you a lot.
I know I angered you a lot. I know I screamed at you. I know I had the coke sweats. I know I got up in your face. I know I didn't respect your boundaries. But why didn't you just leave, bitch? That's what he's saying. Like, why don't you just leave, bitch? Yes, gaslighting Krista.
You know, I'm not blaming, but I'm like, why didn't you say, hey, why don't we go to therapy? Why don't we fix this? Or why don't we go away and like, let's.
She did. She did. She did. Again, it's all on her. It's all on her. It can't be him. It can't be him. What in the jizz bucket?
Figure out these problems. And I'm not putting it on her.
He's so stupid. He can't even convince anyone of this because in the next sentence, he's trying to predict like what people will say. And I'm not putting it all on her, but you just put it on her. Like, we're not stupid. We're not just going to be like, oh, well, he said he's not putting it on her, so he must be putting it on her. Brittany, whatever he has, Brittany, take it. Whatever he loves, burn it. Whatever he wants, destroy it. All right? Expose him. He's trash. And I can't even, it hurts me to think he might pass this on to his young, beautiful son. That this is the role model he's given. You garbage.
At all. But I just, we're in a marriage is a team thing. You're partners. And I felt like I lost my partner a little bit, you know. I think she lost hers too, you know. And I felt like
Sorry, what? Again, I feel like I lost my partner. You didn't even like her. You disrespected her. You cheated on her. You wouldn't have sex with her. You ripped on her body. You told everyone in the world who would listen on a reality show that she was a drunk and a bad mother.
we were just so in deep at that point that we just kind of threw in the towel. I think both of us threw in the towel. And I think she was just so hurt that she was just kind of throwing daggers, you know, and just didn't care. And there were scenes that I just couldn't even get through. I had to walk out because I was crying. I'm like, the things she was saying to me.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to watch him cry. Brittany, did you do that, girl? Brittany, did you do that, Brittany? Oh, bear chase. Did you? I love you, girl. Did you do that, Brittany? Did you make him cry? Did you tell him who he really is? Because if that happens, Brittany, whatever you're selling, Jenny Craig, I'm buying it. Okay, you selling titty stuff? Got it. Swimsuits? Okay, let's do. I will give you my money. If you, is she gonna make him cry? I can't wait.
Hurt that she was just kind of throwing daggers, you know, and just didn't care. And there were scenes that I just couldn't even get through. I had to walk out because I was crying. I'm like, the things she was saying to me were so. They were so bad.
Can't wait.
They were just so bad, and they were. Like I said, I deserve a lot of it. But man, some of the things she said with me, like, just gutted me. Gutted me. I think
I want to play that in slow motion when she is gutting him. I'm going to slow it down and put clips up on my channel. I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't wait to roast you this season. It's going to make me so happy. Oh, Brittany, I'm going to have to give your podcast another chance. I'm going to have to give it, because if you were gutting him, I mean, I know he's a liar and you probably didn't even say anything that bad, but I hope it's true. I hope it's true. I'm getting giddy. I can't believe I'm
probably going to kick myself for saying this, but I really have to thank Brittany. I got to be honest. Can
you imagine the hell this woman was in every day? After he's just like, she hurt me, she's trash, she's this, she's that, you know, and then all of a sudden he's like, I really have to thank her. Like the mind fuck that comes with this guy, even though he is an idiot. But when you're in a relationship with him and you're married and you have a kid and he's throwing all this stuff at you, the narcissism is just, it's peak narcissism right here. I do really have to thank Brittany. I want to thank you. I hate you, bitch. I also want to thank you. And I'll thank you. Because even though when time's got to turn around, I'll thank you. Is that another Boyz II Men? And I'll thank you. Thank you. God, what is up with me and Boyz II Men today? I can't stop.
Don't think I would be here.
He's going to thank Brittany again. This is what he was doing during Scandival when he was grabbing every mic going, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. Yeah, Tom sucks. Yeah, I'm a better guy. I'm a family man. I'm a family man. All the while he was not being a family man. And he was saying, Brittany saved me. And remember, we talked about this, you guys. And I was like, that's the biggest red flag when any guy is like, this woman made me a better person, whatever. It's like, why couldn't you make yourself a better person? To put all that responsibility on her, which I'm sure she didn't want. Like, we don't want to re-raise you. We don't want to be your mommies and your daddies when we're in a relationship with you. It's not our job to fix you, but somehow it's fallen on women generation after generation to fix men like this. And no, just throw them in the trash, put them down the garbage disposal. It's done. You're done, son. Until you can fix it yourself, it's not our problem. Okay? We can't teach you all the life skills and empathy and these things that you don't have, nor do we want to.
I can't believe I'm probably going to kick myself for saying this, but I really have to thank Brittany. I got to be honest. I don't think I would be here right now if Brittany didn't, take actions in her own hands and be like, you need to freaking go to rehab. I'm going to call everybody and anybody to make sure you get your ass in there. Whether she was mad at me or not.
No, that's not how it went down. According to Brittany and Kristen, she had to contact daddy, your daddies at Bravo, Alex Baskin-Robbins, and to possibly threaten your job. And that's when you're like, fine, fine, bitch. So let's not pretend. Come on.
Not putting me in there was probably the best thing that's ever happened. Yeah,
You said you didn't get any
yes.
better.
I'm in a very, very good place now. Obviously, I got a lot of things to work out mentally, but as far as like my health and that part of me is okay.
He's like, but as far as lifting, I can lift 190. I don't know if that's a lot, but I can lift 190. Yeah, solid lift. And I only fart like twice during my lifts. And I'm one of those guys at the gym. Yes, I am. They kicked me out of Planet Fitness because I'm like, ah, and I make a lot of noise. And I want everyone to look at me. But he's talking about physically, like workout wise. Oh, I know I got to work on the mental, but the bod. Okay. He is just like the personification of Axe body spray. He's so gross.
So yeah, I have to thank her because like I said, I wouldn't be here today probably if it wasn't for her.
I mean, I'm probably going to kick myself for saying this, but I got, oh my God.
Social media can't stop sharing.
Jax, you're such an idiot. You literally are an abusive idiot, and we're not falling for it. We're not falling for it, sir. Jax is a liar. He is a liar. We're going to roast you up this season. We're going to have zero empathy for you, just like you have for every other woman you've ever abused or been with. And yeah, we're going to have some fun making fun of you because that's the only, I guess, recourse we have, because at this point, Bravo's going to keep giving you shows and airtime and putting you out there. Unfortunately, this should have been Jax's last season. They should have never brought him back. They should have never brought this man back. But the powers that be, men, we're going to blame the men. They were like, I like him. Andy Cohen, Alex Baskin-Robbins, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Who knows who else? I think Jax. I can just hear Alex Baskin-Robbins. I think Jax. Yeah, Jax is a nice guy. He's learning. It's like, what? Alex Baskin-Robbins. Yeah, he's learning. I went to an Ivy League school, actually. He's learning. I took him for ice cream. He's nice to me. He's nice to penises. He's very Lisa Vanderpump. Yep, never forget the. I don't think Lisa wanted him back though. I think it got to a point even for Lisa in her internalized misogyny that she was like, "Oh, this claimed to be your show, Vanderpump Rules. It's my show, darling. It's my show." All right, Laura says, I think you are so right about Lala and Schwartz hooking up. I'm sure when everyone from the Valley starts getting attention, I'm telling you, I hate to be right about this, Laura, but Lala just had Schwartz on her Amazon Live not too long ago, and it was weird. The last season of Vanderpump Rules, she was making weird comments about him and being cute. She had years before said she had a crush on him, and now that she's on the outs with Katie Maloney, Lala's that type of girl. She's that type of woman. I feel like stealing your man. No, you can't steal a man. That's not her man. But you know what I'm saying. But he's working on himself, you guys. It's a very long road. He literally takes like a tiny little step every 4 years. The road is long, and in the end, he's never going to finish it. He's not going to. Oh, if that happens, yeah, we're going to hear from Joseph, because she was on her story not too long ago, posting again about Tom Schwartz and the video she made of them. I kind of do wish they would put Schwartz on the Valley and put Joe there, just to, give him a taste of his own medicine. But probably not the best idea. Yes. Krista says that makes way more sense why she cut off her long friendship with Katie. I mean, she has had a lady boner for Schwartz forever. You can go back to like old Vanderpump in the after show that was hosted by those two ladies that are always on Heather McDonald. I forget their names. I'm so sorry. Apologies to those ladies. I can never remember their names. But they did a Vanderpump after show, and I was looking up clips, and I found that Lala saying she had a crush on Schwartz, and I was like, oh my God. Laura says Lala and Jax are but wait, there's more commercial when it comes to cringe behavior. There's always more. HCMT said Jax will end his days as a Mar-a-Lago pool elderly man. A pool elder. That's what he can't be, a pool boy anymore. He's a pool elder. Put some respect on his big ass age. Witness says, once you're ready to change, then it happens. Everything before then is just practice, in my opinion. He's had too much practice. Eventually, the play is going to start, and you better learn your lines. It's been too long. Too long. Kathleen says, oh, Ken, may I have a royal rogering with the ponies? Not a royal rogering. Lisa, the narc, you guys said. Yeah, maybe Mag and Mike can adopt Jax. Maybe Mike Waltz will add him to the next group chat. Yeah, inadvertently. Be like, oh, there's a guy named Jax Taylor. P.S. I was listening to the wonderful ladies of I've Had It. And they were saying that Mike Waltz, we talked about Signalgate. If you missed it, I did like a 4-hour almost breakdown of it. The drama in Washington. And apparently Mike Waltz, who was the one that inadvertently added Jeffrey Goldberg to the group chat with about national security. And he's the national security advisor. Apparently, he allegedly follows a gentleman on Twitter, and he some gay gentleman who, or I don't even know if it's a gentleman or if it's an account. It's like Big Bottom, something about being a bottom, and he follows it. And that's what they were saying. Let me see if I can find their little clip here. They were so funny today. I don't know if you guys listen. I'm sure everybody. I mean, they're a big deal. They're the ladies that they really bring it, and they're so funny. Okay, I think, is this it? This is a different one. And they were talking about this, and I was like, oh my God, not more Republicans on the DL trying to legislate against LGBTQIA, but they're over there going like, I want that bottom, but I'm a bottom, bitch. I'm bottom. Okay, I think it's this one. Grab this here. Yes, apparently he follows Big Dick Bottom. Big Dick Bottom. Yeah, you got a big dick bottom. Who's got a big dick? You got a big dick. Everybody got a big dick bottom. And I was like, this is so cute. I love how these men just like hate themselves so much that they're like, I'm going to ruin it for everybody. No one else can get a fun boner because I can't come forward with my boner. But yet they're still, allegedly. All right. Let's see. Big dick boner. So, okay.
Bro group chat, the micro penis war plan committee.
Okay. Let's
the biggest dipshit in the Trump administration, Mike Waltz, who added the journalists to the war plans on Signal, the bro group chat, the micro penis war plan committee. Well, apparently some internet sleuths have done a little sleuthing and found some interesting things on his Twitter account. Put up the first tweet. Dan Cohen tweets, if the Trump administration's Signal debacle wasn't bad enough, I found that Michael Waltz, married to Julia since 2001, follows a gay pornography account. Their personal lives are their own, but it's well known that secret sexual improprieties can be used to compromise political figures. And Waltz is one of the most powerful and sensitive positions in the U.S. government. The question must be asked, does Waltz's apparent secret lust for black males make him susceptible to blackmail? What's the next?
Does his lust for black males make him susceptible to blackmail? Oh, yes, I've had it. They are the best. So the I've Had It podcast, I think they're on their way to like 1 million subs. Like they are killing it. They're so funny and just love these ladies. Let's keep going. So this is who Mike Waltz, okay? The guy that's added Jeffrey Goldberg, the journalist, our national security advisor of the United States, a former representative who hates DEI and gay rights, is allegedly following Big Dick Bottom.
He follows an account called Big Dick Bottom. And I just want to state for the permanent record, again, I don't care what his sexual proclivities are. But
Me neither.
I'm not a part of an administration that tries to actively
That part.
demean and bully members of the LGBTQ plus community and the trans community and anybody with brown skin, anybody who might not speak English as their first language. That's what these sociopaths do. Put up the last one. And here we have Big Dick Bottoms on his, the people, verified followers that follow him, and none other than at Michael G. Waltz, congressman from Florida, colonel, retired U.S. Army Green Beret.
Hard truths.
Author, and this is a pretty interesting title, Hard Truths.
I didn't know that his book was called Hard Truths. Oh my God, you guys, they're really hard. His truth is so hard. He wants that big bottom, big dick bottom.
Hard Truths. Michael Waltz that follows Big Dick Bottoms. Pumps, what's your take on this?
Okay, I just want to start by one thing. I take an issue with you saying that Mike Waltz is the biggest dipshit in the administration. I think
True.
that title, it could go to so many people. I mean, we've got Pete Hegseth, we've got JD Vance, we've got Trump, we've got Elon. I just hate to give it to one person. In
True.
this particular case, he's the one that invited him. He owns that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of issue with that because we have so many candidates. But here's the deal. The people that are screaming the loudest are the biggest hypocrites. And he's supposed to be the national security advisor, which means he is tasked with our nation's security. We find out he's a complete hypocrite, which is no surprise to us.
No surprise.
He's got his Venmo contacts online, and he's sitting on Fox saying, oh, I don't know how a journalist got in my contacts, blah, blah, blah. His Venmo contacts from his phone are just tons of journalists on there. It is unbelievable that he has not been terminated, full stop. It's unbelievable.
Well, and you have Pam Bondi here, who yesterday or
Boo, tomato, 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 Pam Bondi, boo, tomato, tomato.
in a press conference is asked, are you going to investigate this? She immediately does what every MAGA does because they don't have an ounce of intellectual depth. And she says, well, what about Hillary Clinton's emails? Right. This is their go-to. Hillary Clinton, Hunter Biden, trans, gays. Well, as we start digging deep into the Trump administration, I want to point out that JD Vance wears eyeliner. He's starting to wing out. We're starting to JD Vance is BFFs with Peter Thiel.
Oh, shoot. Where did they go?
Who is behind a lot of the movement that
Can you guys still hear
in
it?
the federal government. So we have this really weird phenomenon right
Hopefully
now.
you guys could hear it. I'm trying to find them again.
Oligarchs that really aren't that religious, but they want to dismantle democracy.
Ay, ay, ay.
big time. And then you also have the Project 2025 religious fanatics that want to dismantle democracy. And we see them as being bedfellows right now. And I think in the Trump administration, you have a lot of latent homosexuals, blatant bisexuals that hate themselves for what they're attracted to. I think it starts with JD Vance. And when he went out to Peter Thiel's place in Silicon Valley and comes back queer-eyed. He comes back and is yassified as all get out. And literally we are one news cycle away from him popping a smoky eye. I mean, it keeps getting closer and closer. We have the wing now. I think you have Moses Mike Johnson.
Oh my
who's the
God, I
biggest
love it.
case I've ever seen in my life, who lives with another closet case who answers the door in his panties to let
not his panties. Some of you are asking who this is. This is the I've Had It podcast. I put the link in the live chat for you guys to go subscribe to them. They are fucking I can't say enough good things about these ladies. They help keep me sane during these times, and they're just so fucking funny. His panties.
Mike Johnson in. This was witnessed by all of the neighbors. Mike Johnson is the most outspoken person on homosexuality, and it's always these big Christian guys, these big Republican Christian guys.
Yes, we talk about that over here a lot too. It's always the guys like, straight sex is the best sex, and then they're snorting meth off a gay prostitute's ass in a motel, and you're like, what happened to your wife? Thought you guys were really banging it out. Okay.
They get their panties in a wad about gay men being liberated enough and brave enough to come out of the closet to have shame-free, joyful gay sex. And these MAGA...
Bring back shame-free, joyful gay sex, okay?
Yeah.
These MAGA men. All right, that was pretty much... You can listen to... I don't know, something's messed up with it there, but you can go check them out. They are just doing the Lady Lord's work over there, covering this disgusting administration and everything going on in politics right now. So, all right, you guys, I figured a lot of you would be, and I've had it subscribers already, but in case you weren't, the link is in the live chat. Go support them, support women right now making content who are killing it, support anyone other than Jax. Go give Brittany Cartwright a little bit of love, and that's how we can combat these toxic douche nozzles. We make fun of them and we hope they don't kill us, and then we support women, and that's what we do. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday. I had so much fun with you, but alas, I must go. I'm trying to not be live for 4 hours, even though I could do that because I love all of you, but we'll pick up where we left off. Tomorrow, I'll be back with another No Offense, All Offense. You guys, make sure you smash that like. Please comment after the video post. I don't get to all of your comments in the live chat. Shout out to all my super chatters today. Evelyn, thank you so much. Christina, Pamela B, David Cushmore, Beached, thank you for being a member for 10 months. B says, have you seen their take on the lady that went to El Salvador in front of prisoners? They call her cosplay, whatever her name is. I don't think so, Beached. I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to look into that. But yes, if you're not already, feel free to follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer on the Instagram and the TikTok. And just remember, you're all wonderful, beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And until next time, enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you